welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we are doing a Galaxyathon reading vlog. Happy Galaxyathon Day 1. So in case you missed it, I will link the announcement video and all the information down below in the description as well as up in the cards. I'm going to be filming this week everything that I am reading and listening to and doing. I have some space themed activities that we're doing. We're gonna make some recipes together. I've got amazing books that I plan on reading. Today is Monday. It is the only day that I do not work from home. So I'm getting ready to go run out the door. I didn't have time to physically read anything this morning. I wanted to fill you in on what I'm gonna start with. So I was going to start Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy today while I was at work. This is only like a 5 or 6 hour audiobook and I listen at double speed usually so I can get through them pretty quickly. But I kind of wanted to come in here and be able to film like some of my reactions or feelings about it because I know I'll be able to get through this in one day and I won't be able to do that while I'm at work. So I think we're gonna save this one for tomorrow and start with Rogue Princess. I do own both of these books, but they're in my room in my TBR shelf. Rogue Princess is the official group read for the readathon. I had you guys vote on this on Instagram. Next time I will run a poll on YouTube as well. This is a YA Cinderella retelling set in space. I think it's a very loose retelling. It's a shorter audiobook as well. I know very little about it and I haven't heard anything about it, but the cover is amazing and everyone's really excited to read it. So I'm going to start this one. I have a 40-minute drive to and from work and then I will be at work for at least 5 or 6 hours. I'll be able to get through this for sure today and possibly be able to start something else, which is really exciting. So that is my plan for this morning. So I do challenges on Instagram picture-wise. So today's Instagram photo was Galaxyathon TBR. These are some of the hopefuls that I have for this week. And I think that is it for now. So I'll check back in with you guys once I've gotten home from work. Oh, and just so you know, I'm like all spaced up today. I work for my mom's company on Mondays and I don't normally like wear makeup or get dressed up at all. I'm like normally like in a hat and everything. But I got fancy for you today, somewhat. My hair's still wet. But I have some like spacey earrings on. There's like a little meteorite and astronaut. I've got a Tomorrowland Disneyland t-shirt and then I have some really fun spacey leggings that will be featured in the vlog in upcoming weeks. So I'm ready to go. Hey guys, I am back from work. Sorry I didn't have any time to vlog anything while I was gone, but I wanted to come and just check in with you about my plans for the week and what's happening. So I was gonna listen to Rogue Princess while I was working, but I listened to like an hour while I was driving and I was enjoying it, but I just wasn't quite in the mood for it. I am gonna read it in like the next couple days though, but I decided to listen to In the Quick instead. This was also a shorter audiobook, so I knew I could get through it really quickly. So I believe that this is YA, but I'm not entirely sure. And this is a Jane Eyre retelling meets The Martian very loosely. I am about 20 minutes left from my audiobook from finishing it. I'm almost a book down. This was leaning towards like a 2.5 star until like the end because the Jane Eyre parts do not come into play until like more towards the last like fourth of the book, which I was okay with if it was just like a spacey read, but then it gets like super heavy Jane Eyre retelling and that part was like really interesting and I really enjoyed it. I just feel like not a lot happens until the last part of the book, so it's probably gonna wind up being a 3, maybe a 3.5. I'm not sure. A little bit on the duller side. In this one we're following June and it starts off when she is 12 and her uncle is like a famous astronaut or engineer and her uncle's like crew gets like lost in space or they lose connection to them and no one knows if they like survived or not, and she is like really smart and thinks she kind of figured out like maybe what went wrong or how to help, but nobody listens to her. Her aunt's kind of fed up with her, so she sends her to like a space program at a very young age. So you're following her through like the first half of the book through her being like 12 years old, and then it jumps like 6 years in the future, her like having a different job and kind of still wants to solve like the mystery of her uncle's ship that was like run by the fuel cells that he invented. So it's very interesting. I would not recommend this one for beginners, even though it's like quick and kind of easy. It's very detailed and like very science fiction-esque, so it's got a lot to do with like problem solving and things like that. And it's just a little bit duller. Heard other people complain about physically reading it because there are no quotation marks, which I've never heard of such a thing. So I'm sure that would be frustrating. So I'm glad I'm doing the audio. So now I'm home. It is almost 5 o'clock. I'm gonna start cooking dinner at 5:30. I've been doing really good, eating like extremely healthy and working out for 2023, and I've just been feeling better overall. So that means that I am like hungry like extra early. So I'm making dinner extra early at like 5:30 here soon. But I think I'm gonna sit down and read for half an hour physically. And I'm gonna read Losers in Space by John Barnes. This is set in the future and we're following basically celebrities' kids. They are not allowed to like inherit their parents' money unless they have proved that they also can be a celebrity and like earn that ranking. So they're all kind of trying to like set out on a mission in space to do this, and then things kind of go wrong or wacky. I think it's going to be kind of a fun ride. It has a little bit of fun stuff in here, some mixed media, not a ton, but there's a few like fun pages, which I love. And this book doesn't have an audio. I've got some like bullet wound looking things, so I hope there's like maybe some murder in here. Fairly positive this is YA. This is gonna be my first physical read just because I'm like the most drawn to it. And then when I'm done with this, I'm gonna start making dinner and I will finish in the quick and then start something else. I'm not sure. I'll update you guys along the way. I also have a ton of space themed graphic novels and I want to get to a few of them this week. I think I have like 7 checked out from the library and then I have like 4 more on the way. There are so many like fun graphic novels and I had such a good time binging all the Space Boy graphic novels in last year's Galaxyathon, which I will link last year's vlog down below as well because I did a lot of fun things. Like I checked out a ton. Some of them are adult, some of them are YA, some of them are middle grade. I would like to read a book from every genre this week. We have Star Knights, and I don't know what any of these are about, and none of them were like recommended to me. I just literally just Googled graphic novels. We have Invisible Kingdom, Sea of Stars, and Sentient. They all look really very, very fun. So I want to read a few of these for both weeks as well. The only thing I need to be mindful of over these next 2 weeks. Right now The Bachelor is on. I talk about this a lot because I love to watch The Bachelor and I love to listen to Bachelor themed podcasts, and I have a couple other podcasts I listen to every week. I'm going to try to be very picky about the ones I'm listening to during Galaxyathon so that I don't lose too much audiobooking time. But I'm also going to try and get up earlier this week and not have my phone on after like 9 p.m. at night. I don't know. I did great last year, so I think I can do it again if I stay focused. First, physically read some, make dinner, listen to my audiobook, and then watch The Bachelor, hang out with Jeff and Ledge. Not a lot happening today. We'll do some more fun things tomorrow and over the week. I've got a lot of big plans to look forward to, so I'll talk to you in a bit. And happy Galaxyathon day 2. It is 1 p.m. on Tuesday. I did a bunch of work and things this morning, but I wanted to come and check in because I have a lot to tell you guys. So last night I finished in the quick. I only had 20 minutes left. So the deal with this one, the first like half of the book, you're following our main character when she's 12, and then it jumps like 6 years in the future. So it felt like a little bit disjointed. I felt like it didn't flow very well. And then the last like third of the book is where the Jane Eyre retelling came in, which I did enjoy that part more and I found it more exciting, although it felt out of place from the first part of the book. And then the very ending was just kind of like, I don't know, a letdown. It just overall not much happened. So unfortunately, this is like a 2.5 star for me, maybe just a 2 star. I've been a little bit more free with my 2 stars lately. For me, like I didn't hate it, but there wasn't very much that I enjoyed about it, unfortunately, and I really wanted to love that one. Then while I watched The Bachelor, I physically read and completed Star Night. I don't know if this is middle grade or YA. I would say more middle grade, but I loved this so much. The art is so cute. So in this one, they're basically these animals that turn into these Star Knights. They're like there to like protect the universe, and then something happens to the Star Knights and they go away, and you're just following different characters and things as they learn more about the world and the Star Knights, and it was so precious and it was really cute. I would consider this more of a middle grade book. Really loved it. It was a very quick read. 5 stars. So then last night and this morning I read Losers in Space. I got to 50 pages. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this one. At first I was like really intrigued. It has these cool like notes and things in here. So this one has kind of like a footnote situation, which I actually enjoy. I know a lot of people hate it. The author said you do not have to read these footnote things to enjoy the story, but I feel like they're kind of important. I don't know. I feel like if it's in there, you should read it. They're very detailed on like the science that is happening, the time period they're in, and he says you don't need to read them, but I feel like you wouldn't understand the story as well. So we're following a bunch of teenagers. This is way, way in the future where basically there's like equality and nobody has jobs really except for like a few different types of people, and one of the main jobs is to be like a celebrity, and if you are the kid of a celebrity you cannot earn their wealth, and they're like the only people that have wealth unless you become a celebrity yourself. So basically they have all these like TikTok-y video type things that they all try to do to get famous, and like 4 or 5 of the teenagers are going to like steal a ship and like pilot it to Mars to try and get famous on these vid channels, and I think something's gonna go wrong. This is very, very detailed, and I'm not loving the way the teenagers are talking to each other. Like they're very annoying and obnoxious. I think that's the point because they're all supposed to be kind of like vain celebrity type kids. So writing style and the language of this is leaning more towards adult even though they're teenagers. So I'm not really sure where to put it. Not totally loving so far, but not against it. And then also, I know there's a lot happening. I started the Sea of Stars graphic novel, which I'm really enjoying. I'm like halfway through, and it's just about a young boy that's mother has died and he has to go on like a space journey with his dad, and then things go awry and all these crazy things happen. And I'm really, really liking it. So right now I'm gonna go take Ledge for a walk because it's sunny today and it's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're going to be stuck in the house a lot, so I'm going to try to get outside, garden, things like that. It's not super warm, it's not cold, but it's not super warm. I want to get some sunshine and things while I can, get my walk in. I think I'm going to listen to some of my Bachelor podcasts while I'm on my walk, since I already finished a book today, which I have one more to talk to you about in a second. And then I will jump back into something new later tonight. So today I started and finished Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. I buddy read this one with my friend Bella. So this is totally out of my comfort zone, and I wanted to read it so that I could talk to you guys about it while I read it. And of course I'm not checking in until I'm done. But this is a smutty, spicy adult romance book with blue alien men, and Bella and I decided to try it out. It's very short. It only took 2.5 hours to finish. Good things. Super love the narrator. The story was actually really fun and kind of funny, but again, I'm just not a big smutty, spicy type of reader. I just don't really enjoy them that much. As far as those types of books go, this one is up there in my favorites. I think I'm giving it like a 3.5 star. If it had like half the smut that's in it, which I understand it's supposed to have smut and be romance, but if it had half, I would continue on with the series. But it's also a 21 book series. I don't think I have quite the patience for that at this moment, but I'm glad that I checked it out. It was very funny and interesting. This does start out with some rape right in the beginning. It's not graphic and they don't like discuss it, but basically a bunch of human women are like kidnapped and like taken to be like slave labor and cargo for this different alien species, and then one of our main characters like kind of escapes and tries to find help and runs into this handsome alien avatar type dude. And that's where the romance comes to play. But in the beginning, first aliens or whatever that catch them are like barbaric and just like want to use them and stuff. So it does have a little bit of trigger warnings because I was kind of surprised. It wasn't anything graphic or anything, but I was very shocked because I kept hearing this was like a funny, entertaining read, and it is, but that beginning part I was like, whoa, okay, shocking. So I'm gonna go walk for now. I'll take you guys with us. I was gonna go to a store today, but I think we're just gonna go for a walk. That's the plan for right now. guys, happy Galaxyathon day 3. I'm very sorry, this vlog has not been very good so far, but we're about to go do something somewhat fun. So, updates on reading. I actually didn't wind up starting anything new on audio last night. I was feeling kind of tired and worn out last night, so I didn't really like clean or do anything active, which is when I like to listen to audiobooks. But Jeff came home and played some video game, which I'll show you later in the vlog. He has like this astronaut video game he's playing, and I physically read to 124 pages in Losers in Space. I'm struggling with this one. I do think the footnotes are fun and important, and I don't understand how you would like really understand the story if you didn't read them. It's really detailed. The characters are annoying, which I expected with this style of read because they're all supposed to be annoying. We finally got to their like little mission of like actually going to Mars to create this whole thing, and there's finally some action. I feel like it took way too long to get there based on what the plot was. So I have 150 pages left, and I'm still going to read a little bit of this every day, but I wanted to pick up something else that I'm going to get through a little quicker. So I started Burning Midnight. I only got to 20 pages in this today because I had some work things to do this morning and I didn't get up as early. I am not actually sure if this is Galaxyathon appropriate, but I'm assuming that there's like aliens or some kind of a space thing in here. So in this one, we're on Earth and these like spears have shown up, and they have different like abilities. Like if you are able to find them, teal will like affect people and make them fall to sleep easier. Gray enhances your singing ability, and they're more rare with certain colors. And we're following like a sphere dealer, and he basically will like find spheres and then like sell them to other people. Nobody really knows why they're there. They all have different abilities about them. I'm assuming they're coming from aliens. I don't know for sure, so this could wind up not being a Galaxy read, but so far I'm very, very into it. Like, it's written really fun. It's easy to get through, so I could possibly finish this like fairly soon. I'm gonna try and read some more tonight while Jeff plays some more games. So we're gonna do this. Last night I finished Sea of Stars and I really enjoyed this. This was very good. It was magical and fun. There are like these space sharks and space whales. You're following this father and his son, and they have lost their mother, and they're on this like journey to collect like artifacts from different museums to take them somewhere, and then the ship winds up getting in trouble and they get separated and they have to kind of find each other again. And there's some magic in here, and I really liked it. I could not find the second one, which I think is all that's out from my library yet, but I might check one of my other libraries and see if they have it available, or maybe if they have it on ebook. I really don't like reading on ebook, but we'll try. I haven't picked out my next graphic novel yet because I didn't read a ton this morning. And then today I think I'm going to listen to The Humans by Matt Haig. This is actually about an alien that comes to Earth to pretend to be a human to kind of study them. And I like Matt Haig's writing style, and it seems like it's going to be really interesting and fun. And I really liked the narrator, and the way it started out was kind of like, this is how humans are. Upon first look, they look disgusting with their faces, and like, it seems really, really interesting, and it's really short. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and then today's Instagram photo was stars on the cover. So we're featuring Defy the Stars, which is one of my favorite spacey trilogies. I have pre-scheduled some posts on Instagram, but I don't have one for tomorrow, so I need to take one that is a space book stack. So that's on the agenda for today. I need to edit some of this vlog and some other things, but for right now it is 12 o'clock and Ledge and I are gonna go on a walk closer to the beach. And there's also this store that I want to go to. This store is kind of like a hippie type crystal type store, and for some reason spacey stuff kind of aligns with that, so I'm gonna go check it out. I know that they sometimes have like spacey leggings and tank tops, and I might go and get one because all of my space apparel is sweaters and I have one pair of leggings, and I'm actually having a very hard time finding other things. Trying to find anything else kind of spacey for the week. Walk Ledge, maybe go to the library bookstore, listen to my audiobook while we do all this. And yeah, that's all the plans for right now. Try not to wear myself out too much. I am gonna try and go to the gym later because I didn't go yesterday. So far the readathon is going good. Like, I'm reading a ton, but I haven't loved anything besides the graphic novels. So I really want like a big win with a physical read or an audiobook, because normally at this point I've read like a little bit that I've really, really enjoyed. So I need at least a 4-star here soon. Really like panicking about the amount that I want to get in. Not because I want to hit a certain number, but just because there are so many that I want to get to. I love seeing everybody's posts though on Instagram. Like, everybody is posting really cute things, and it's just really fun. I did get a couple spacey gifts in from some people this week that I'll show you guys a little bit later, but for now I'm gonna go take my dog on a walk and go look for some space stuff, so I'll take you with me. to that Earth Elements store. They didn't have anything spacey, but I did get, so I got this crystal tank top, which is not technically spacey, but I don't know. For some reason, like crystals are kind of like otherworldly. I thought this was very cute though. It was on sale, it was half off. This is not spacey. Well, it's not, but we'll talk about that in a second. So I got this beautiful jellyfish sweater, hoodie, and it's got like a really cool texture. It's very different than anything I've ever seen. I mean, it looks a little spacey, and like if anything is spacey, I feel like jellyfish and octopus are not from this world. So I don't know. I love it. That I didn't show you in the mail yesterday, I got a couple gifts. So my friend Brittany sent me this alien mug. This is the alien from Toy Story. I found it on Amazon. I sent her like a picture and I was like, oh my God, how cute. And she sent it to me as like an early birthday present, because my birthday's next month. And then my friend Marie sent me a little galaxy card, so sweet, and some nail strip arts, which I think I'm going to use this weekend because we're going to do some activities I'll talk to you about later. These are just like nail polish strips that you put on. I really like them. I don't usually paint my nails unless it's like a weekend or an event because I garden, my hands are in water and I'm just kind of rough on things. And then there's also mermaid scales because we both love mermaids. And she also sent me some bookmarks that she makes, which I didn't know she makes bookmarks. So now we've both sent each other bookmarks and they're really, really pretty. So it has like some stones. That one's very cool. She said she tried to make them like somewhat spacey, but also that I could use them anytime. So yay, galaxy gifts. Okay, so it is 3 o'clock. I'm gonna spend an hour at home cleaning and getting caught up on some more things, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, come back and make dinner. So I'm listening to The Humans by Matt Haig. I think that's how you say it. And I'm loving it so much. I'm so glad I chose this one. It's not super spacey. It's not set like on another planet or anything. It's set on Earth and an alien comes down and takes over a human's body to like stop him from like basically discovering other life on planets and stuff. And he has to like learn how to be him and like manage his life and make sure that like no one else knows about these discoveries. And it's like him learning how humans work and what they are, and the guy's married and has a kid and he has to like interact with them. It is so good. It reminds me of the show Resident Alien, which came out a couple years ago on Sci-Fi. I need to catch up with it. I love that show. It's so good. I love an alien taking over a human and then being like confused by all the human things. So good. I'm almost halfway done. I'm really gonna try and finish this tonight so I can stick with my finishing an audiobook a day. So it's going good. I probably won't listen to it at the gym, but I am gonna take a physical read to read while I'm in the sauna and in the massage chair. I have like a back injury that I'm still kind of healing, so I'm easing into it because I haven't been able to work out like I used to in years. So I'm doing the treadmill for like 15 to 20 minutes and then doing weights twice a week, arms or legs, but I'm using the machines so that everything is very stable and I can't like get off kilter, and very like slowly and deliberately, and making it a little harder each time as long as I'm like recovering okay. And so far so good. I'm so excited. I used to do really intense workouts all the time and I loved it so much. It was so good for stress relief and I felt so much healthier, but I haven't been able to get back into it for a little bit. After I do my workout part, they have like a massage table that's like a water massage that I do for 10 minutes, and then I do the sauna. And the massage helps with the body and the sauna helps with the relaxing. I also am doing this to like relax because I'm not very good at relaxing anymore, like true relaxing where you actually feel relaxed. So I'm working on that this year because we all need to feel that way. So while I do that, I can physically read while I do the last two things. Anyway, I'm gonna go keep doing stuff, head to the gym, come back, make dinner, and then probably read some more tonight. So far today's going pretty good. I'm back from the gym, slightly worse for wear after the sauna. So I wanted to check in before I made dinner or anything tonight. I read my book in the sauna, it was great. I only have like an hour left of Humans and I love it so much. It's so good. I feel like it has the potential to make me cry and possibly be 5 stars. I'm loving it. I'm loving the narrator. I'm loving the story. I'm loving the alien learning things about human life and developing emotions and talking about existence, and oh, it's really, really, really good. I'm so glad because I needed a win. Definitely not like a super vibey, spacey read, but centered around an alien. So that's super good. I'm gonna see if I can find a different cover for purchase because I'm book vain. I don't love the cover, even though it kind of goes with the book, but I love the book so much. So I'm gonna finish this while I make dinner. I'm making some chicken with some butternut squash and some salad tonight for dinner. So I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna go finish this audiobook. I'll check back in when I'm done. Way less tired after going to the gym. Sometimes it makes me more tired, but most of the time it like revamps me back up. So feeling good. Okay, you guys, last check-in for the night. By the way, I got this little astronaut projector, so if you see the color changing and little lights and stuff, that's what this is. I'm gonna use it to take a bath here in a second. Finished my book. 5 stars. Incredible. I didn't cry, but I loved it so much. It was not fast-paced, was not super spacey, but it was just about like life and whether or not it's worth being human and whether we deserve to be a species and why things are the way they are and how to deal with them. And it was so good. Kind of reminded me a little bit of like Station 11 meets space opera. It wasn't as silly as space opera. It definitely had more contemporary almost vibe. And then it wasn't as like dark apocalyptic as Station 11, but those are the mashups that I would use. Really loved it. Solid 5 stars. I'm gonna go take a bath real quick and then sit down and read while Jeff plays some games. So I'm excited that I finally got a 5-star book and it was just so lovely. I need like a space thriller, fast-paced adventure here pretty soon because those are usually my favorites to read. So I think I know what I'm starting tomorrow, but for now I'm gonna go physically read some and I will see you in the morning. Hey guys, and happy Galaxyathon day 4. It is 12:30 on Thursday. I've got most of my work done for today and I'm getting ready to go outside and garden because we are getting another rainstorm coming over the next few days. So when I go get a little bit of sunshine, it's like 65 today, and I'm gonna go listen to an audiobook. But I wanted to do a quick check-in. So I got to 240 pages in Burning Midnight last night and today, and I'm going to finish this a little later today. Loving it. I don't want to tell you whether it's space, alien-esque or not because it's a little bit of a spoiler, and I'll go into a little bit more detail about what this one's about later on today, but I'm really enjoying it. It has a little bit of a younger YA vibe, but it's just really, really fun and very interesting and unique. I haven't started a new audiobook yet. I don't know which one I'm going to pick, so I'll fill you in on that a little bit later. I'll take you outside and show you what I'm working on for gardening today. I want to go to the gym a little bit later and I may do one errand. I'm not entirely sure. Today's photo on Instagram was Space Stack. So last night I turned on my little astronaut light and took this photo. I'll show you what he looks like a little bit later. Of basically just that shelf that's right behind me. So everything is going really good so far. I'm really glad that I got a win in with the humans and that I'm really enjoying this. I haven't read any more of this yet, but I probably will later tonight once I finish this one. This is only like 300 pages and it's very quick and like largely worded. So that's why I'm able to get through this one very quickly. So that's my main plan for today. So we're gonna go garden. Okay, you guys, so it's springtime here, but I'm trying to get everything ready for late spring and summer. Cleaned up from winter and everything. There's ledge. I've done quite a bit of work over here, even though it looks pretty messy still. I'm trying to like get things planted, but also like clean up as I go along and like trade things out. So I got these buckets at the 99-cent store last year. And of course, now I know why they were $1, which I kind of figured. They didn't last very long. So I have to take anything that's in this kind of a bucket and put it in a new one. I got a bunch of these barrel looking things for our pirate party, so now I can use them for gardening this year, and these are a little bit better, so they should last longer. So that's part of my project, cleaning up weeds and things. This area is where all of these go. I need to dig up some strawberries that are growing. There's my pineapple doing pretty good back there. Strawberry tower. I gotta just clean all these up. I have to dig up this celery that's growing in the middle of the walkway because Jeff's gonna actually build me a walkway with some bricks that we got. I cleaned up this garden bed and I put some onions and peas in it so far. So I need to plant some other things, but I'm gonna kind of wait till they come up. They'll grow and kind of take over this. This garden bed looks the best right now. So I've got lettuce and onions in here. And in the summer, this will be filled with peppers once it gets too hot for the lettuce. I have a few leftover peppers in here that will kind of perk up Watch out, bud. So then these are my old bookshelves. I've talked about them in other videos that I used, and I think I can get another season out of them, if not another year. We used like bolts to kind of keep them together. So I've got some peas I planted in here, some lettuce and some green beans, and then I need to fill the rest. I need to clean up all these weeds, clean out this, just like a ton of cleanup back here. So I'm kind of focusing on this area first, which as you can see looks better than the other one. So that is my plan. I decided to start How Rory Thorne Destroyed the Multiverse, and I'm really liking it so far, even though it's a little bit of a longer audiobook while I'm out here doing this. So that's what I'm doing today. Good morning and a happy Galaxyathon day 5. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm up bright and early because I'm actually getting out the door to go have breakfast with a friend that's about 40 minutes away. So I'm not going to be chatting too much in detail on here, but I've got a little bit of alien gear to represent. I didn't update you guys last night because Jeff and I actually went to go look at a car because I wrecked my car a couple weeks ago, so I'm trying to find a new one. I don't know if we're gonna get the one that we looked at, but I did bring my book with me and I finished it on the way there. So I didn't finish my audio, which was How Rory Thorne Destroys the Multiverse, which I'm really enjoying though. I think I only have like 3 hours left in this one, so I will finish it today, but I did finish my physical read and I loved it. So when I get back from having coffee and breakfast, I will update you guys with everything that's going on. Probably gonna go to the plant store too. It is raining today, so I'm not sure. Might go to a bookstore while I'm up there. Might stay late and have lunch with Jeff. It's gonna be a couple hours. So hopefully I can get some audio booking done and I'll take you with me and show you everything I'm doing, and I'll see you guys soon. Oh, and today's photo was an alien, so I used my little alien cup from Disneyland and this book that I haven't read yet. All right, so I just had a lovely 2-hour lunch with my friend Claire. Now I am at the plant store. I'm gonna go get a couple things for the garden. Take you guys around with me. I'm gonna go to the bookstore that's near here, the library bookstore, and then I think I'm gonna go to Home Goods and TJ Maxx, and then we're gonna go home, take care of Ledge, do some things at the house. So that's the plan today. I haven't listened to any more of my audiobook because I was finishing up a podcast, but so far having a pretty good day. So it is now 7:30 on a Friday. I had a great brunch with my friend. We talked a lot about books. Then I went shopping. I didn't buy anything except for a couple of books. Not a ton because I only went to one store, but I got Amulet, which looks like a cool middle grade graphic novel. Looks like it might be kind of spooky. So, you know, I've been really into graphic novels the last couple of years. Then I got The Inventor's Secret, which I had a while ago, and I unhauled it because I didn't realize it went with a different series that I have. This is steampunk, and the second or third book in the series is pirate, so I definitely want to get to this. I found A Wolf Called Wander, which is a middle grade book, and this just looks like it would be a good read for Hike-a-thon, and I know my friend Marie has it. Books are also like so beautiful with the illustrations and things. And then I found Lake's Edge. I don't know if this is what the naked book looks like without the dust jacket, or if this is a special edition. Ooh, it is signed, so it might be a special edition. I think this might be what it looks like without the dust jacket, which is really beautiful. I read this last fall and I kind of want to reread it because I don't remember much about it. I read it during Not So Scary-a-thon and it didn't really stick with me, but I think I want to reread it sometime soon because the cover's amazing and the premise was good and I remember liking it. I think I just may have missed a few things. So I didn't listen to really any audiobooks while I was gone like I was planning because I was catching up on some podcasts and I'm almost caught up, which is great. But I have like just under 2 hours left in How Rory Thorne Destroyed the Multiverse. It's getting really good. I'm really liking it. There was like a little bit of a lull in the middle. This is the longest audiobook I've listened to so far. So I didn't finish a book yesterday on audio and I didn't finish a book today on audio, but I did finish Burning Midnight last night and I read this in 2 days physically. Very YA, but I loved this. This was a solid 4-star, if not a 4.5. This is a standalone, so have this new trope that I love where like random artifacts and weird things will appear on the earth all over the world and we have to like figure out where they are and what's doing it and if someone's bringing them or if they're just appearing. And in this one there are like these spheres that are like indestructible and they appear and there's all different colors and they have different rarity levels, and people found out if they put 2 to their temples that it would give them a special ability, but you can also sell them. Some are worth millions, some are worth like a few $100, and so people go hunting for them and everyone's just kind of accepted this. No one's gotten hurt by them, but there's like religious people that are really against it, and then other people think they're great and you really don't know like where they're from. So our main character works at a flea market selling like less rare spheres as he like finds them and has brought them, and he's like barely surviving, and one day he meets a girl that has a pretty cool sphere. And they start like a little thing. This was so good. It was so fun. Like, first of all, that's just super interesting. On the back it tells you what some of the spheres are worth and what they do, which is really cool. I could have used a whole series of this, but the last like 60 pages something crazy happens and it just gets so interesting and intense and fun. This is very, very much YA, slightly younger YA. Like the way that they talk to each other and things is very, very young. I loved it. I thought the story was great. It was so interesting. It was really fun. I would put this in the category of like an absolutely remarkable thing, which I just recently read and I need to finish the duology. And Sleeping Giants has got somewhat similar vibes with that trope of like finding random things and then us trying to figure out like why they're here. So if you know any more books like that, let me know because apparently I freaking love it. This was almost a 5-star. Like if I keep thinking about it the way that I am, I'll give it 5 stars. I just didn't because it does have like a younger, slightly cheesy vibe through part of it, but it was a blast. So that was great. Tonight, Jeff and I are either gonna watch a movie or he's gonna play games again and I'm gonna read. If I read, I'm gonna read 50 pages of this, which will put me almost at the 200 mark, which is about halfway. And then I'm gonna pick up a different physical book to start. I just don't feel like I'm gonna binge this one because of how detailed it is. And then I also have a graphic novel that I'll show you guys tomorrow that I started. I was going to try to do one a day, but it hasn't quite worked out. I've completed 2 and I'm in the middle of 1. I've read like a ton of stuff so far, so things are going really well. And then tomorrow we are going to stay home. I thought we were going to do like our space museum thing tomorrow, but it's raining. And I know my family is coming over tomorrow night and I have some like galaxy food that I'm going to make. So we're going to do that. We're going to play some space themed board games. That'll be really fun. Make some space themed food. And then Sunday, we'll go to the Space Museum. So I thought it was going to be tomorrow, so I thought I was going to have less time to read. But tomorrow I have a crop swap, the first one of the year, where we go and like trade vegetables. I don't really have any vegetables right now, so I'm bringing like extra mason jars. I have strawberry plants that I saved from my plants, seeds and things like that to bring and trade. And then I got to go to Target, get some groceries, stuff like that. So, but I should be able to listen to things while I cook and clean and stuff like that. So that's the plan right now. I probably won't check in again until tomorrow. Things are going good. I'm not loving as many of the reads as I did last year, but I'm still reading like a ton and I'm still having a good time. We're gonna end the week off with a bang.
You'll see.
Why is no one more excited about this?
I'm so proud of you.
It's so sweet, so sweet.
But all these destructive things you're doing, It's wrong. I'm your father. I know. You're a good boy.
Hey guys, happy Galaxyathon day 6. I am sitting outside because it is Saturday evening and my family is coming over to play some space games. We've got some space themed food. I made like a cheesecake. I'll show you everything. My brother is already here. Him and my husband are watching the Chris Rock special on Netflix. It's really loud, so I came outside. So I finished How Rory Thorne Destroyed the Universe this morning. Sorry, it's kind of loud out here too because there's birds and things. I liked it. I gave it a 4-star. This is very detailed. I would not recommend this for beginners. I'll go into a little bit more about this like later. And then I am almost done with Rogue Princess. I think I have like just under 2 hours. So that's good. I hope to get that done this weekend. Today I was just like kind of prepping for the party, making food. I'm not doing anything crazy because it's just my family, but I did make a cool cheesecake. I went to Target and got a Space Mountain game. I had a crop stop this morning. It was really funny. I went to the library and I knew I had at least 20 graphic novels in. And when I went, like in my name under the section, there were only 10. And I was like, where are the rest of them? And then I looked down and there was a box that said Macy Deer King on it. And there were like 25 graphic novels and books in it. So I'll show you guys those a little bit more tomorrow. Tonight, I'll probably just show you clips of party and what we're doing. And I'll check in more tomorrow because we're doing some fun things. Today's Instagram photo was galaxy vibes. So I used this photo of sleeping giants and my little celestial tea set because I love it. So we're back. It's been a long day. It's 8:30 on Sunday evening. We had a good time. We went to the Space Museum after it took a long time to find some parking. We had a good time. Got a couple things at the gift shop I'll show you tomorrow. Then Jeff took me to the Mysterious Galaxy bookstore, which I thought was going to be just like a hole in the wall, kind of average bookstore, and it was fabulous. The layout of the bookstore is one of the best I've ever seen. Everything was very like front facing and visually pleasing. They had tons of bookish merch. They had some indie books. Like prominently displayed. They had cute little signs for their staff picks, and I found some more Galaxy books to add to my TBR and other books and things. Then we went to get a coffee at this really cool area that has like a bunch of food and games and shops. Jeff got some donuts and coffee. I got a kombucha, which was really fun. And then we went to Book Off, which is one of my favorite bookstores, and I got a few books there, which again, I'll show you tomorrow. So I read to like 120 pages of this in the car. Super enjoyed it. It's very YA. It's very old school YA. It's very silly and fun and quirky, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm gonna go through it pretty quickly. It's just really silly. Like crazy aliens and prom and dramatic teenagers and dramatic aliens. It's a blast of a ride. I'm going to read a little bit more before I go to bed. I did not finish Rogue Princess yet. Here is what I finished so far this week. I think I'm at like 8 or 9 books. Doing good, not as good as last year. Reading just slightly less and liking just slightly less, but I'm still having lots of fun. We have some fun things happening next week as well. Hopefully next week I can like really cram some books in and like just end this off with like some new favorites and have a blast. Everybody posting photos and stuff on Instagram is cracking me up. Like they're going to Starbucks and getting Grogu inspired drinks. They're making banana cream pies with purple swirls. Makes my heart so happy. So I have a lot to show you. I have a huge box of graphic novels and books I've gotten from the library. I have books that I found at the bookstores the last couple days. I've got some stuff that I got at the Space Museum, but I'm going to show you all of that in next week's vlog. So we're going to wrap this vlog up here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. Stay tuned for part 2, hopefully coming out within a week or so. Let me know if you guys participated in Galaxyathon. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl, and I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side.